Hello YouTubers, welcome to vlog number 126. Today is a Tuesday and I'm walking down to get a lift from Fraser to go to Dorney Lake once more on this wonderful week. The heat wave, sort of mini heat wave week. Another day of 30 degrees. This time it's not Suit Monday. Of all the positives of Suit Monday, one of the negatives is the amount of heat. And there's Adam heading to practice this morning. Yes, one of the negatives of Suit Monday, if there are any at all, is just the sheer amount of heat that wearing a suit causes. But that is part and parcel with Suit Mondays, and I'm willing to look good, roll good, feel good with a suit on a Monday and be a little bit hotter. But today, got some shorts on. Oh yeah buddy. Now, and I've also got my smoothie, and I've filled up a jug of milk. Not with milk, with water and some electrolyte stuff just to help hydration levels. Now I'm just going to get to Fraser's house with my smoothie, pineapple mango. Yeah buddy. Get to Fraser's and then get to Dorney. Let's go. And we've made it to Dorney Lake with the lads. How are we doing, lads?
We're doing good.
Oh yeah, the water is really very flat, so excellent rowing conditions for today. Just need to get the sun cream on because we have to look after our skin. Let's get on the water. And we've made it back.
Sorry, Jacob. You wanna come say nose?
I think my bag is all the way over there.
So, yeah. Okay, jump in, we'll drive you around.
And we've made it into the car. We're going to the shop for some food because remember, food is fuel and we need to fuel up after what an awesome session that was. Making some real improvements. The water was really flat, the weather is roasting, but this time we're more prepared, more hydrated, got the electrolytes in. Jacob, how was the session?
Our technical ability as a crew definitely stepped on today, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, that's the way. Fraser, how was the session?
Oh man, it was good. It was good. I am so sunburnt. I have to wear a t-shirt and it's really hot, but apart from that, it's good.
So after talking yesterday about sun tips and wearing sun cream, Fraser decided to do the opposite.
Yes.
But he has learned his lesson and bringing in the sun cream today.
What is this man doing?
Jacob's lost his bag, and now on the way to Sainsbury's, let's see what we can get. I'm thinking a few meal deals. Oh yeah, let's get to it! And we've made it to the shop, and Jacob, can you describe your outfit today?
Oh, you know, it's a nice tech shirt, good uni, good club, big city, represent baby. I just wanted to show people not to have any fear in public, so went out in the uni.
Confidence is key when you're Jacob Barker. Oh yeah, let's get some food. And of course, Vass doesn't go and get the meal deal. What does Vass get?
Premium Scotch egg.
In the shop, everyone has their own diet. Ross, what we went for?
Donuts.
She told me not to.
Yeah, buddy, that's food is fuel, straight up. Some chicken pasta, some tuna pasta. Yo. And Vass. Let's get back to the water. And we've made it out of the shop. Still got a bowl of pasta to eat, absolutely delicious, and...
No.
Oh! Did not make it. Let's do it again, once more.
Oh, you little twat!
Unsuccessful attempt. But now, to get to the lake and get in some pieces, let's get to it! And we've made it to Dorney Lake once more, and remember, we have to protect ourselves from the sun. What are you doing? And as always, team bonding is always important.
team bonding here.
This isn't team bonding. This stuff's...
Hello and welcome to Erg Thoughts with Cam Buchan. Just me today. Hopefully through the week we can get some more of the lads on Erg Thoughts again. And as you can tell from the title, a little bit more serious. We're talking about sun safety and how to be safe in the sun, especially over the last couple of days. As you've seen in the vlogs, it's been pretty sunny and it's been a bit of a shock to the system, so I thought I would discuss a little bit how I deal with the sun and some tips going forward if you are trying to sort of deal with the sun as well, and see if you can benefit from these tips. And let me know in the comments below if you have any other tips that may come up. Okay, so my biggest tip is all about hydration. So I usually take a bottle, it's like a 750 ml bottle in the boat with me. And if it's approaching the temperatures like it was today, so closer to 30 degrees, no cloud in the sky, very hot, very sunny, and we're doing pieces. So it's usually for about an hour session, give or take. That 750 milliliters is not usually enough by itself of water. So I'm looking at putting in something into that, whether that be electrolyte powder stuff, so just basically salt mixtures, or maybe some squash and some salt. Maybe you get some Gatorade, Lucozade, water it down a bit, just so there's a little bit more in it than just water. One, so it helps your body absorb it a bit better, absorb the water, but hold the water a bit better. And two, so that you can replenish some of the lost salts that you lose when you sweat. So obviously it depends on the sort of electrolytes that you use. Luckily GB Rowing has their own electrolyte from MSC Nutrition, which is quite delicious, so that helps a lot of hydration. So it takes the 750 milliliters. It obviously doesn't increase the volume, but it means that you're going to absorb just that little bit more of the water, or at least, you know, increase the likelihood that you're going to absorb more of the water that you're drinking. So that's a big part of it. And if you don't have sort of electrolytes or whatnot, it's essentially getting more water in at all times, really. So for example, yesterday I essentially was drinking before and after the session, during the session, and today, since I knew and anticipated the sun coming in or the temperature rising in the morning, I drank quite a lot of water before my smoothie, after my smoothie, and before the first practice, and then obviously going throughout the day as well. So what I've done is filled a 6-pint milk bottle with water, or you can go get a couple of gallon bottles, wherever, from the shop, water bottles or whatever, just to fill up with water, so you've got it by you, so you don't have to rush around and go get water in it. I mean, if I'm at Leander Club, there's really easily accessible water, obviously just with the taps there. But at Dorney Lake, since we're just training and we're going to the shop and stuff in between sessions, it's a bit harder to get actual water next to you. So you have to actually go and put a big effort in to go get it. So it's making the water accessible and convenient for you, rather than going out and sort of forgetting about it, and by the time you remember to drink some water or buy some water, it's oh goodness, I'm dehydrated. So water is very, very key to this. And the other big thing about being in the sun, especially when you're out rowing or outdoor sport, is protecting your skin. Your skin, you have it for life, so protecting it is a very good idea, and that can just be sun cream. Sun cream is very easy to use and very easy to apply, as you saw some of the guys applying to each other's backs before Erg Thoughts today. And it's just a case of, I like to use the highest SPF I can, because I'm not really bothered if I get a tan or not. So I use 50 plus or 50 SPF sun cream, doesn't really matter the brand. You can find what works for you. Some guys like some brands, some guys like others for going in your eyes and whatnot. But use your sun cream, try and put it on before you sort of are ready to go out for the session, just so it can maximize the sun cream itself, the ability to protect your skin. The experts say it's better to put it on 15 minutes before you actually go out in the sun, so your skin's actually able to deal with, or the sun cream itself is actually absorbed in the skin or doing something. But you want to try and give the sun cream the best opportunity to protect your skin, because like I said, you have your skin for life, so if you keep burning it, you increase chances of different things, and you don't want to do that. So, an easy thing to do is prevent any issues, and the best way to prevent sort of skin issues is sun cream, especially in the sun, or at least just to prevent sunburn, just sun cream. And obviously, if you don't have sun cream in an emergency, you can just wear a top. Wearing a top is really easy. And some people say, oh no, I can't wear a top, it's too hot. Well, stick to light colours. I can sometimes wear one option is wearing a long sleeve. I've got a couple of light white long sleeves, and then just sort of pouring water on myself when I'm out on the water. So just splash myself with water. The top itself, like if I'm on a lake, it's only 2k that I have to paddle for or go for. So each leg I can just splash water on myself, and then as the wind blows through the water, it cools it down, and that's on your body, that cools down too. So don't think that wearing a layer may be too hot, especially when you have a lighter coloured layer on. It's actually it can actually be quite comfortable. So that's probably my 3 biggest tips for rowing or dealing with the sun. And obviously you can look at sort of headwear, hat gear for your head, protecting your head from the sun as well. Sunglasses, obviously, that's a big one too, just because some people somehow manage to not wear sunglasses and squint all day. I prefer to have sunglasses on, and it could be because if I don't, I squint, and then squinting for too long kind of makes my head a bit not good. So try and stick with sunglasses. Stick with some headgear if that's what you feel like. If it's really, really hot, you can have a hat on and then dunk it in the water, put it on your head after each leg. That's a good way of cooling down too. Similar to wearing long sleeves and then dunking that in the water, splashing yourself with water. But use the water around you, especially if it's usable. Sometimes you might row somewhere that's the water might be a bit dodgy, but luckily, sort of Dorney or wherever we're rowing, the water's fine, so you can dunk your hat in, dunk your top in, and you're all good to go. And protecting your neck is a good one to do as well, because once your neck's burnt, that can take a lot of energy. And speaking of energy, the sun takes more. I'm not sure of percentages and whatnot, but the sun itself. So you haven't, like here today, we have a normal training day, but just being out in the heat, being out in the sun, just takes a lot out of you. So you need to keep that in mind for when you're training. When you're recovering, you might need just that bit more recovery. You might have to stay off your feet a bit more just because of the sun. And it's not, you have to keep that in mind when training. You can't just think you can do a normal day on a sort of normal, I wouldn't say diet, but normal sort of way of doing things. Like I've had to adjust quite a bit, just keep my legs up a bit more, or keep my legs rested a bit more, and making sure I'm that much more hydrated. Because not only will the sun, when you're out of the sun as well and it's really hot, you'll sweat a bit more and lose more water. So you have to make sure, essentially for me, just constantly drinking water, constantly drinking water, and just making sure my fluid levels are up. And you can just look at your pee and then see what color that is. So you're looking for the lightest color possible, and that's how I keep track of my hydration. But when you start feeling like you're thirsty, when you start feeling like your lips are chapped, that's when you're already in trouble. But so that's what you're trying to avoid. If you're thirsty, you're most likely dehydrated. So you want to sort of fight it before you actually get to that level of dehydration. And obviously that isn't a huge level of dehydration, but say you feel thirsty and then you're going to go out for a session that's going to make you more dehydrated. So you're trying to avoid all stages of dehydration. And the only way to do that is just drinking lots of fluids and making sure you're really hydrated and really ready to go. And at the very least, if you are super hydrated and you're peeing it back out, then that's okay. Your body will feel better for it. So that'll be it for the end of Erg Thoughts for today. See you after this workout.
And we've made it back into the vehicle after that wonderful session, heading back to the club for some food, because remember, food is fuel. How was the session, lads?
Superb.
And Fraser says it was wonderful. Excellent news. Alright, let's get to the club nice and safe. And we've made it to the club. It's a sunny day, it's almost too hot, but today was much better. We've got the hydration, we've got the sun cream on. Fraser's not burnt to a crisp today. Jacob's still got a wonderful uni tan. But it's now time to go and get some food, isn't that right, Jacob? With your sweaty back. You're sweating. Woo! How about, did you enjoy your drive here, Jacob?
Yes. Very much so. The drive was an enjoyable experience, and I developed myself by listening to a very quaint radio program on the way here.
Excellent news. Let's get some food. And we've made it to the crew and got some food. Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and salmon. What you got, Jacob?
Well, here we got some good old meatloaf. Doesn't compare to beaver meat, but it's good to go. We got some mashed taters here. They're not PEI gold standard, but they'll do. And we got some leaves over there. And how about that?
Yeah, buddy. Let's get eating. And now it's time for weights session on a wonderful day, staying inside, avoiding the sun, but we get to do some expression weights rather than just normal steady weights. So a little bit increase in weight, but less volume as we're coming into racing time. So volume dropping down and for racing. Oh yeah, let's get to it! And we've made it inside the gym. We've got Fraser doing some bench press. Yeah, buddy. And that says finished weights for the day. We did pretty well for the expression set this week, so that's more than I've ever done for 8 reps. Oh yeah! On that gains train, get to do bench press. There's one point this week. Looking forward to that. Oh yeah! But that'll be it for the rest of the vlog. Hopefully you enjoyed it and the little chat as well while we were rowing. Fraser, anything to say?
Food is fuel, yeah, buddy. Motivation Monday.
Alright, and remember, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that like button, and have a good one.